Hello everybody and welcome. I'm just noticing how much ink I've got on my hands. Sorry about that. I've been playing this morning. I'll show you what I've been doing later. Right, today's tag, day 29. Wow, aren't we motoring through these? How quickly the time passes. Anyway, for today's tag we are looking through the Timmy window. And these are the papers that we're going to be using. And it's quite incredible to say to you that these are Timmy papers. They're just different, that's all. So my base tag today measures 3.5 by 7. It's 1/4 inch less because we're going to be putting something on the outside. And if I make it 3.25 and then put something, 3.75, then put something on the outside, it doesn't fit in my box very well. So it's 3.5 by 7 today, and I have just literally stuck it onto my cream card, inked around the edge. That's that. So the next thing I want to do is use this dark blue. You've got to sacrifice one side, so you know, just get your big girl's panties on and do it, I say. So I'm going to cut this at 2 3/4. I'll be left with some nice remnants anyway, so I can use those up. Yeah, 2 3/4 by 5 3/4. And this style of tag that I'm doing today, I always associate with Tracy Fox. I don't know if she was the first person that came up with it, I've no idea, but she was the first person I saw doing it. So I just always associate it with her. And I'm just going to cut my corners off up there the same way that I always do, and it'll match in with this tag. So I hope you're all doing well. Roz, I'm thinking about you, and Jim, of course, who no doubt is going through it with you. I don't mean you're nagging him, I just mean that he'll be feeling sorry, and there's not a lot he can do. And everybody else who's got their trials and tribulations. Right, so that's going to go there like that. Marvellous. Now, I want to cut out of here a window, so I'm just going to do it in the normal way that I do with my craft knife. Actually, in my case it is a scalpel, but if you're going to use a scalpel, please be careful. Take your time. I know that on these things I always seem to be rushing, and actually largely that's for YouTube's benefit, because people's attention wanders off after a period of time and they don't watch you to the end. They get fed up. Who can blame them? So I try and do it as quickly as I can without losing any of the important bits. So I'm just drawing round here, top and bottom I'm drawing at 3/4 inch, sides at 1/2 inch. So that's what's going on here. So that at the top is there, but then I need to come in with this shaping, and I think I'll come in 3/4 inch. So it's just that line there that just shows we're sympathetic with the line at the top where the tag's been cut. Right, and now I'm just going to go around and cut it out. So I'll start with this little bit. If you've got a Timmy ruler, I'm sure you know, but this side, the side that the numbers run from 0 to 12, has got a steel bit in there, so you can't damage your ruler if you're using that side. Don't use the side that's slanted, that hasn't got anything in there, and you'll cut it and then you'll be swearing because it'll have chunks out of it. I'm struggling to see these lines in this light today, don't know why. So I may be a little while because I can't really see what I'm cutting, but I'll do my best. So take your time to get right into the corners. And always keep your non-cutting hand as far away from the blade as you can, preferably behind it. Here my thumb is in front of it, but it, you know, try and keep as much as you can behind it, because it happens really quickly and it can be really, really bad. There, have I struck enough doom into you now? Just a pleasant everyday warning. Whoa, I went off that way, so it could have easily been the other way. Not concentrating, too much talking. I think that's the line. That's one thing I'll say about doing YouTube. You have to talk and do at the same time. And it's not always that easy, to be honest, if you're really concentrating on something. When I fussy cut things out, I tend to go pretty quiet because I have to concentrate. So there we are, that's that. Don't know if I like that at the top, like that. I might liked it less. Let's see if I can do that. Yeah, no, it's the side bits I think want to be 1/2 inch. I'm gonna do that. I think I like that better. I'll have to do them one by one, I'm afraid. Sorry about that. Yeah, I think that's better. Didn't like it the other way. So now this is 1/2 inch, this bit on the top here. It's so warm in this room, honestly. For the last couple of days, we haven't been attending the fire correctly, and it's gone out. So today we were determined not to let the fire go out. So we stacked it up with coal, and now we're absolutely boiling. Oh dear. Better than being cold though, eh? Yeah, that's better. I like that better. Excellent. So that took longer than it had a right to, but that's it done. I've got a little bobbly bit there, whatever that's about. Let's cut that out. And now I'm going to just ink around it. And don't forget to ink the side that's nearest the window. That's actually the most critical bit, because sometimes you can see down into that and it looks white and it doesn't look nice. And Timmy doesn't have colour core paper. It's just printed on both sides. So the middle is white. It's very strange to be using Timmy paper that isn't, as I would know it, Timmy. And I don't know how I feel about it, actually. I don't know whether I like it or I don't like it. I can't help feeling that I could get this sort of paper anywhere. You know, I could get it from Etsy. But I do like it, though. I like having the colours. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. The jury is definitely out. And the ephemera pieces and the layer pieces, they are beautiful. The botanical ones, I really love them. Very, very Cathy Holden-esque, I would say. Right, there we are. We've inked around that. Now the next thing to do is put our acetate on. And I have a new sheet. So I'm just going to lay that down that way and put this on like so, and get my what are these called? Fine liner, and just draw around where I want to cut it. Use a Sharpie or a fine liner. Ballpoint pens, etc., pencils tend not to make a good mark on acetate. whereas Sharpies and fine liners, being alcohol pens, of course do. So yeah, I'll show you the reason that this video is late today. Not that I ever say a specific time, but later than it often is because I've been doing my own little project. I'm really having a good time doing it, actually. I'm enjoying it. It started off being a waterfall journal, but it's had radical surgery this morning because I hadn't allowed enough of a gusset, really. For the pages, so it is now definitely not a waterfall journal, and it's much more in keeping with the general stuff that I do, which is flippy flappies. It's a very flippy flappy thing. You won't be surprised at all when you see it. It's just my sort of thing. Can't seem to get past it. There we are, so that's that on there. It's just poking out here. I don't know if you can see it there. So I'll just trim that off. Trim that off. There we go. And then we need to put something behind it. And I'm going to use this. Isn't this a beautiful sheet? It really is. So, would it be okay if I did that there? Would it be better there? I don't really want to cut a bit out the middle because I want to preserve all that I can. That's quite nice. Nope. That's possibly the nicest, I think, there. Yeah. Okay. So, let's just make a mark with my pencil at the bottom of there and there, and cut that out. Now I'm going to cut it out with my quilting ruler so I don't waste too much of this paper, because if I cut it straight across I'm left with an awkward remnant then, whereas if I do this, at least I've got a 12-inch piece to be going at. So with my scalpel again and my quilting ruler, I'm lining up my quilting ruler with that mark there, coming across to that mark that we made there. Make sure it's square up the side. That's the joy of quilting rulers. There we go, and then cut that. I'm going to cut this one away from me. There we are. Yeah, you see we've still got a good remnant there. So that pleases me. Right, so that is going to go about there, I think. So it's pretty level at the bottom, which is what you'd expect. And pretty level with that side. Okay, so it's level with the bottom and level with that side. So let's just put some glue on here. Don't have to be too worried. Well, I'm going to sew mine, so I'm not at all worried. But it's going to be stuck onto the other one anyway. So you don't need to be too worried about it, really. Right, so it goes to the bottom and it goes to that side. Let's just check that. Yes, oh, that's so nice. The glue there hasn't even caught it. Just trim off those little lugs. Now I'm going to go and sew mine because I really think that it just lends itself to being sewn. I've just got to sew it. Oh, I'm not sure that looks completely straight. Yeah, I think that's better. That's bizarre, but we'll just trim around it and carry on. I think maybe the print was diagonal, but that's all right, we can do that. Right, there we go, lovely. So I'm going to sew around mine, and I'm going to sew around this one, and then I will be right back. Okay, so I've sewn around them, a straight stitch around that, and I did a bit of a raggedy zigzag round there. Just, I don't know why, it just did. So that's going to go onto there, like, kind of like that, yeah, pretty much. And I have cut out 3 of the little tabs from the chapter 3, the Sussex chapter 3 release. And I've cut these out of Timmy paper as well. I was determined that I was just going to use the Timmy stuff today and see what we can turn out that doesn't look like Timmy. Right, so that's that there. I do want to put a stamp on that before I stick it in. So I'm going for this one. I think this one is from the, what's it called? Eccentric. The field notes, the correspondence, and the Eccentric are 3 absolutely brilliant stamps. They are, to my mind, the best 3 that Timmy's ever brought out. Stampers Anonymous. They're just great. Right, so I want this. Oh, well, might as well stick it over this side first. Up to the top, about there. A little bit further in. I want it sort of flush with that, and I want that fairly central. Actually, it'd be easier to put the one on down here first. Let's just do that. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness me. Don't know if any of you watched Julie's unboxing of her washi tape from the washi tape shop, but of late I've become obsessed with washi tape. I have no idea why. I just absolutely love it, and I got some the other day, and if I'm telling the truth, I also got some today in the post. I'll show you it. It's from 49 in Market. It's just gorgeous. Each roll is 10 meters. That's quite a lot, you know. So this one, I can't get that one out. Let's take the thin ones out first. They're all that sort of muted speckled egg and pink sort of colours. One that's just butterflies and one that's a stripe, which is very useful. And then this one, the daddy of them. Look at that. It's just gorgeous. I love these. I just love the whole thing about it. So it is my intention to use them because previously I've bought lovely washi tape and hoarded it, and that doesn't do anything for anybody. That's why I'm using this Timmy paper now, because I don't want to hoard it. Right, so I'm lining the edge of that up with that stitching, and that seems to me to be pretty good. So let's put out another tab on here, and I'm going to stamp something else on it, another number. I just laid these 3 things out willy-nilly. They might fit or they might not. Yeah, that looks like it's going to fit there beautifully. Lovely, that's great. Makes such a difference when you've got a new ink pad. I hadn't realised quite how bad my VersaFine Clair Nocturne was until I got a new one. Yeah, it was really on its last legs. I suppose it wouldn't do any harm to order another one. So I've got one in stock. Because they're not the most exciting things, are they, to order? Blinking ink pads. Actually, I could stick that. No, let's not. Let's just do one job at a time, Fiona. Don't get carried away. That's when accidents happen. So that was a talk to myself. So that's going to go about there. So I want this one to come in just butting up to the edge of that. Ooh, a bit higher, about there. Right, so let's lay it down and do this properly. This green board that I've got, it's great because nothing moves on it, but that's the problem, nothing moves on it. There we are, that's fine, that's great. So next thing to do is to stick this down. Have I missed anything out? I don't think I have. It seems to have gone together fairly straightforward. Not that I was expecting anything to go wrong, but you know, it's not a bad policy if you're me to think things might go wrong, as they sometimes do. So yeah, you could put this up on dimensional tape if you wanted to. And I think it would look quite nice actually if you did that. I don't want to because I'm just thinking, you know, going into a journal, I've got enough tags that are quite thick that would really need to go into a gusseted pocket. This one I think you'd get away just about with an ordinary pocket, I would say. So let's see about getting that where we want it, which is about there. Yeah, lovely. Give that a good press down. Lovely. So we've got the acetate with a picture behind, this which is stitched and this which is stitched. And if you're doing yours in a paler colour, you might consider stamping around there. That would look nice. I've got one of these left, which I might just put on the top, just for the sake of it. So it's just vintage photo I'm using. I know some of you like to use darker colours when you're using Timmy, but I've stuck with the vintage photo. Right, I'm going to put filed on the top of that because I've got it out. Filed! I like that one, I've used that one a lot. So let's ink that up and get it stuck on. Thanks to everybody who's posting the pictures of their versions of what I've suggested, or something completely different for the tag days. I appreciate each and every single one of them. They're brilliant. I love looking at them. And even if I haven't left you a comment, don't think I haven't seen it. I do check it, usually in the morning. I think that's about right there. Press that down. And there's just one more thing that I want to add to it. And I want to add a flower down here. One of Timmy's old botanicals, as they are now that he's got new ones. That's quite pretty. That's quite pretty, quite like that. See what else we've got. Got a larger version of that. Oh yeah, I like that. Let's just see if there's a pink rose. I had my heart set on a pink rose. So let's see if there is one. We'll give it a try. They're all connected to other things. They're all in posies, rosy posies. No, I'm not seeing one. I thought I had one. Oh, there's one. Right, okay, so which do we like best? There's that one. Oh, there's that I think I like that one, you know. It's a bit more subdued, but I do like it, so I'm going to use Collal. And I'm not going to put too much on it because I don't want it squelching out onto my acetate. There's not too much coming out of the bottle anyway, so we haven't got fear of that. There we go. And just pop that there. Just like that. There we go. And that, guys, I would say is pretty much that. That was a relatively easy one today, wasn't it? Straightforward. So that prettiness there is part of Timmy. Can you believe it? Can you get your hat off? Let's see if I've got a piece of white paper. Yeah, here I have. So there we have it. There's the one that we've just done. Isn't that lovely? I love that. And the one that I did my... I've lost it, guys. I've lost it. I've lost the plot, I think. Here it is. Yeah, there's the one that I did earlier. In the more kind of traditional Timmy, if you like. But I did, however, use those flowers. I used the same lot of flowers, I think. Stamp, you know, I put some seam binding in the top as well, so it's a little bit different there. I honestly think I prefer that one. Which do you prefer? Be interested to know. Okay, so that's that. They're ready to go into the Timmy box, which is romping ahead. It's got loads more than any others. And I just want to show you what my waterfall journal has turned into. That way. Yeah, this is it. It doesn't even look like a waterfall anymore. It doesn't. That's because it's not. It's just simply not. So it's got a flippy flappy on the front that I'll put string and keep that closed. Then it opens up. It's got a pocket up here. It's got a pocket here. It's all stitched. There's a lot of stitching in this. Then I've got, this is a flippy flappy. And it's got an acetate pocket in, and it's got a picture that I've painted in there with some ephemera. I think that's Tim Holtz ephemera actually there. And the paper behind it is gorgeous. It's butterflies. It's really, really lovely paper. It's from Let's Design Creative. The very, very lovely Tonya. She is so talented, that girl, and she's just lovely. So that folds out, and then that folds out. And then we've got this, which was the only piece of the waterfall journal that I'd actually done. So I've kept hold of it. And that folds out like that. This needs a paper clip in it, but I didn't get one, so it hasn't got it in it yet. It's just got that held on with some faux aged parcel tape, a little slide frame, and it opens up and it's like a notebook. Well, it is a notebook. There's quite a few pages in there. And then we've got a pocket here with this little, I think that's Timmy's, and I've stitched all around it, and then I've just stitched around there. Not for any reason whatsoever. I just quite liked it. So that's that. That goes like that. And then this is just a little envelope. And it opens up like that, so you can journal on there. Just a little piece of ephemera in there that you can also journal on the back of. Yeah, that's right so far. I glued that down underneath it so I could bring that up and just turn it around there. And then in here, you know there's something in here because it's got this tag on. We've used this device ourselves. And that's just a piece of ephemera. I've put some rub-ons from 49 and Market on there. And that's just ready to journal on. And it goes behind this piece, which is a Timmy piece. So the 49 and Market Curator's Meadow and the new Timmy Botanicals are working together beautifully. So that's that, and then that opens like that, that opens like that. And then, what happens then? I don't know. Oh, it must all flip over like that. Blimey, I don't even know what I've done myself. And that's got a flip up there. And this is the back as it stands at the moment. I don't know what I'm going to do to it. I might add even another flip in there. But I don't know yet. I'm working my way through to it. So that's that. That goes in there like that. So that's pretty much finished, this one. I might do some stamping up there, but it's pretty much finished. And then that comes like that. That comes like that. No, that's the wrong way. Like that. No, like that. Yeah. And that's it. So there is my little, which will be a part of a larger thing of some sort. I'm not sure yet what, but that's, yeah, okay. So that's how I've been amusing myself this morning and why my tag for the day was a little late. So sorry guys, but it was great fun. So there's our tags, our day 29 tags. Thank you so much for joining me. Sorry it's been a bit, I've been a bit slow today, I think. Not at my best, but I do like what we've done, like what we've completed. I don't like that glint on it, that flare on it. There, you can see it better there. There you go. So I shall see you again tomorrow when I will have thought of something else to do. But in the meantime, I'm going to put these two tags in the Timmy box and call day 29 done. Thanks for joining me, guys. Bye.